Good morning, class. So we're down to our week 7 of English, and today we are going to discuss about the different reading styles that one may use. So basically, these include skimming, scanning, intensive, and extensive reading. But before that, we have to integrate first reading, and we call it as Brigada Basa. So let's read. In a little village lived a boy named Mike Diaz. He was fond of setting traps for little animals that greatly abound in the woods near his village. One early morning, he went into the woods to look at his two traps. As he came near the first one, he saw a squirrel had been caught. The poor frightened creature was struggling to escape. Mike ran towards the trap. Suddenly, his foot slipped and was gripped with a snap. Down he went to the ground. He knew what had happened. He was caught by his own trap. He was not frightened at first because he thought he could set himself free, but the chain would not let him go no matter how hard he tried. Just out of his reach lay the squirrel, panting with pain and terror. For the first time in his life, Mike understood what he was doing. Okay, so we have questions here. Number 1, what is the name of the boy? Obviously, the name of the boy is Mike Diaz. Number 2, when did the story happen? Is it today, one early morning, yesterday, or the day after tomorrow? The answer is one early morning because it's already stated in the text. Okay? So this reading integration class is somewhat related to our topic for today because we will be discussing the different types of reading styles. Okay, let's move on to number 1. We have here skimming. What is skimming? Skimming is used to quickly gather the most important information or gist. Okay, take note. It says here, quickly gather the most important information or gist. It is done by running your eyes over the text, noting the most important information. And understanding each word is not really important in this technique. Examples: reading a journal to identify which detail would you like to read, and getting the main idea of a text, reading a text to get the general information. So skimming class, it says getting the general overview to find out a specific piece of information. For example, also an example here is reading an article. So you're reading an article because you wanted to know some piece of information. You don't read everything there, just quickly gather the most important information of what you're reading. Naintindihan? Okay? So number 2, what is scanning? Scanning class is used to find a particular detail of information. It is done by running your eyes over the text while looking for specific information. It is okay not to understand some phrases or words encountered in the text. Examples here, looking for specific details in your contact list, internet search, checking your daily schedule. So, scanning is like just like looking at the dictionary, trying to find the definition of some words, or looking at your contacts and finding your friend's phone number, just like that. So just gonna get some piece of information or particular information in details. Okay, scan mo lang siya. Alright? So skimming is somewhat you have to get the important information. For example, in an articles. But just quick also. Scanning is more, scanning is quicker because you just have to get the particular details such as getting contact number or getting the definition of some words from the dictionary. Alright? Did you understand the difference between scanning and scanning? If you guys have question, you can just send me personal message or you can text me. Okay, so let's move on to engagement. Here, you don't need to copy everything here. You just have to write the answer in your paper. Inuulit ko po, wag nyo nang kopyahin itong nasa box. Yung answer na lang kasi pag kinopya mo pa yun, sobrang dami. Okay? So, you just have to locate the given words there. Kuha ka ng word doon na pwede mong isulat sa papel mo. Okay? Alright, yung mga hidden words to find dyan ay skimming, intensive, scanning, extensive, reading, gist. Okay, so about intensive naman and extensive, when you say intensive class, it is reading in detail. It is like related to skimming. So reading in detail, but intensive is like you have to read short text and put events from it into making for example, chronological order. For example, in intensive reading class, you are somewhat reading a story and then your teacher asks you to make an intensive summary or intensive reading. Then intensive is like you're gonna put the story or the events into its chronological order, kung ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng pangyayari. Okay? Extensive class or extensive reading, it is long text and large amount of material that is being read. So, for example, you are reading a novel, a short story. This is, or for example, you are learning grammar. Extensive is like you have to put an effort to read and read and read because you have to understand it well, especially in grammar. Okay? Kaya siya tinawag na extensive, kasi kailangan mong kunin yung main idea. Kailangan mo siyang maintindihan ng sobra-sobra. Gets? Okay, that's extensive. From the word extensive, madami, large amount. Kailangan ng maraming focus. Okay? And when you say gist naman, it is summarizing to get the main idea. Gist class is like, have you heard when your teacher ask you, what is the gist of the story? Halimbawa, yung friend mo. So, ano na nangyari, friend? Anong nangyari? Yung pinaka-importante dun sa kwento. Kung ano yung pinaka-nangyari, yung summary. Okay? Dun yung gist, yun yung pinaka-importante niya. Kaya tinatawag or ginagamit yung salitang gist kapag, kumbaga sa isang story, yung pinaka-climax, yung pinaka-magandang part. Alright? So, yun yung pinaka-summary para makuha yung main idea. Naintindihan? Okay, so here says skim and scan the infographic below or infographic below, then complete the paragraph that follows. Write your answers in your notebook, but it says here notebook, but just write your answer in your paper. Doon na lang po sa papel sagutan. So, for example, air pollution is a major environmental risk to blank. If not reduced, it can lead to serious health problems such as stroke, heart disease, lung cancer, and other blank problems. Okay? So, using the infographic in air pollution, the silent killer, answer the following questions in your notebook. What is air pollution? And 2, 3, 4. And of course, don't forget the reflection part. Okay? So, that's it for today. If you guys have any question of class, if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask your teacher. Have a great day and happy English Day. Goodbye.